Alright, hey Dad. Oh, there's your granddaughter. Alright, okay. Here's our little finger gun that we're shooting. We'll shoot a bullet out. Go get it. Anyway, this is your new phone here. Just got off the phone with you on it. And you can see it's a little bit bigger than your old phone. Also different than your old phone right off the bat. You've got a set of 3 buttons here on the side. The one here in the middle is the power button, and that will turn your screen on if you press it, like so, or turn your screen off. This one up the top is the volume up and down. So that's volume down and then volume up. This button down here at the bottom, here down by my pinky, is pretty slick because it's the camera button. And all you do is just press it once. Even if your phone is locked, it opens up the camera app immediately, and then you can take a picture. Just like so. And I think that's pretty slick about this version of this phone. Another thing that I really like is that it's got the display that's on there to show you what time it is and the date. You don't have to turn any screen on, if you will. And if it's laying down on a desk like this, this is another new feature of this phone. You can double tap it. It'll wake it up, and you can slide this thing up and get into your phone. And that's pretty cool. That way you don't have to mess around with any of these buttons on the side. Just give her a tap and slide her up, and then you're at the home screen. And that kind of stuff I've had on Android phones in the past, and I find that to be very useful, especially if you're trying to be sneaky and check your text message in a meeting or something like that. You don't even have to pick up your phone to do it. So I think that's pretty cool. So here's the home screen. You see the basic layout is more or less like your old phone has. All your different apps up here, and news and settings and mail, camera, the phone dialer, your text messages, Edge, OneDrive, Photos, Skype. I think that's your calendar. Oh, you got an axe and a skateboard. That's a collection. Maps, the Windows Store, and then your weather app right there. Oh my. Oh, it's time to shoot some more. Hold on. As this is a bigger phone, what a lot of these phones do is they have what they call one-handed mode. Because you can see here, it's really hard to hit the stuff at the top of the screen with your thumb if you're just holding it with one hand. So what all phones do it differently, but what Windows does, if you press and hold the Windows flag down here, it slides everything down here so that you can easily scroll up and down and access this stuff with one finger. And if you press and hold it, it activates it. Press and hold it again, it turns it off. Press and hold, it activates it, or it says up here, tap here to exit one-handed. Oops. Tap up here to exit one-handed mode. So you can tap up there in the black and do it that way. And I think that's pretty slick too. It's very well thought out. A lot of the other stuff is, it's kind of like your phone now. You scroll all the way down to the bottom, you get your all apps indicator. And here you can go into whatever app you want to. I don't remember if your old phone has... Oh boy. I don't remember if your old phone has a flashlight capability on it, but this one does because the camera on the back has a flash. And you can see the LEDs right there for the flash. And I'm here to tell you, this sucker is bright. Let me show you. So you hit this flashlight button. And that is a bright flashlight. It is brighter than my phone's flashlight app for sure. And you see, we're almost total dark back here. And you pick this thing up and it is bright. I could not believe how bright that was. Because it's got 3 LEDs on there and they are all shining strong. So I thought that was pretty slick. In fact, I think what I'll do is I'll put a shortcut to that flashlight app on your home screen. In fact, I'll just do it right now. Oops. Well, didn't mean to turn it on again. Go down here, hit all apps, press and hold flashlight, pin to start. Alright, and now we've got it on the start menu down here. So you scroll down to the bottom. If you're out in the dark somewhere and you need a quick flashlight, just tap that flashlight button and bam, instant light. How cool is that? And then it tells you, if you were to leave it on, you'd have 19 hours of flashlight left. Oh, it's got a little compass in here too. Southwest, west, northwest. Oh, that's pretty slick. And that's accurate too. Ain't that something? So your flashlight app has a built-in compass. Huh. Well, that's definitely something that mine doesn't have. Cool stuff there. So that will now be on your home screen. Your flashlight app, supremely useful when you really need some light. I think most of the rest of this is the same. It pulled most of these apps from the backup it has of your current phone. What else can I see on here that's different? You got you pull down here from the top. It'll show you that looks like a calendar reminder, Outlook calendar. Oh, expand. We've had a calamity over here with our ice cream truck. And you've got all your basically quick settings here. Airplane mode, all settings. So that's your Wi-Fi right there. That's my Wi-Fi network, GymNets. You can turn off your cellular data if you want. Oh, you got another shortcut to your flashlight here. So you have several ways to access your flashlight. Useful. That is useful. I like it. Okay. I will show you how to power this thing down and take the SIM card out, put the SIM card in. May be the same or it may be different than your phone, I'm not sure. So on the side, if you want to power it down, hold in this middle button and then it'll say slide down to power off. Bye bye. And then and I think this is pretty much the same as your other phone. You're just the plastic back just peels off of it. We'll wait till she shuts down here. Alright, after it's off, I found on this phone it's easiest at the bottom. If I can do this while holding the phone. You just kind of get your fingers between the plastic and the glass there, and you just start peeling it around. I have to set my phone down for a second. And eventually you just peel around with your fingernails and then the back comes off. And then the battery just pulls right out from the top here. Get your finger in there. It just lifts right out. And then it shows you here the nano SIM, the micro SD card if you want to use one. So they'd be stacked if you use them both. That orange part there, that's the nano SIM. That's my SIM card for AT&T. So what it's basically saying is you have one position here and then two slots. The SIM card goes in the bottom slot. The micro memory card would go on this top slot there. It would cover those holes that you see. Since I don't have a micro SD card in here, all you see is just the SIM card. And then to get it out, you just push it and it's going to release. And it's small, so it's kind of a pain to get out of here or in here. Eventually you can get a grip on it there and then just pull it right out. And then as I'm sure you're already familiar with, you've got the alignment notch there. Just make sure you've got it lined up the way it says. And this may be self-explanatory, but just don't try to put your SIM card on that top position there, because that's for the memory card and that obviously is not going to work. So there's a very, very small, kind of like an under slot here that's really hard to get started. But there you can kind of get it started. Just kind of shove her in real gentle, push it till it snaps. And that's it. That's the SIM card removal and installation.